All right, we should be live. Let me check everything because yesterday I fixed my RTMP server, so it now works a bit differently. But we should be good. Let me check if I can see your messages first, and we will start. Yep, looks like it. Now I need to create broadcast on X as well and post about it, obviously. Editing. There we go. Let me test the message. Oops. So for some reason I don't see X messages yet. Chat. Hmm. Why though? Should be here. There we go. Okay. Now we set. And let me find my first script first. So we're gonna edit short videos today. And let me see. So today, record. Okay, I have 3 videos about Ikigai blueprints. So this will be an interesting one because it's a different topic. It's a little bit different about you've been lied about following your passion. So let's try to find this one here, and let me see. This one. Okay, let's see if we can find the video itself about following your passion. I guess that's it, right? Yeah, this is the one. You've been lied to about following your passion. So let's create a video. Let's create a new project on that one. And I have my script on my second monitor, so I can basically read the script and follow the script on the video. That should be it. Okay, so first thing we do is we create new sequence, right? I already have this preset, so I'll be using that one. And all we need to do is just place our clip here, keeping existing settings. Now, so I have like 2 separate audio tracks, which is a mistake because of the wrong settings on my OBS while recording. So I just remove this one, link them back again, and remove this thing at the end, right? Now, what we want to do is we want to increase the size, the scale of the clip, right? And this is exactly 178%, like that. Now I need to see if I need to like move myself to the right or to the left in terms of position. It seems like we all set, right? And now what we need to do is to start cutting this video, right? not removing the video, but yeah, let's follow the script and let's see what we need to cut out this video, right? So I'm using this razor tool here. I can switch my tools using my keyboard, so sometimes you won't even notice like this, right? So I'm using my keyboard to switching tools, but for now I'm starting with the razor tool. This is the simple one. It just cuts clips like that, right? And then I switch to this one, selection tool is V, and I select this one and I delete it with shift, which means that this will be shifted towards the beginning of the video. So, okay, let's start. You've been lied to about following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari bankrolled his spiritual quest to India. He had safety nets you don't have. But that doesn't mean you can't build a life around nets you don't have. But that doesn't mean you can't build a life around what energizes you. You just need a different approach. First, map your energy, not your passion. Set a timer for every 15 minutes of your workday. Write down what you're doing. And if it energizes you, write down what you're doing and if it energizes or drains you. All right. Write down what you're doing and if it energizes or drains you. After a week, patterns will emerge showing what truly lights you up. Drains you. After a week, what truly lights you up. After a week, I think I need to replay this one, right? After a week, patterns will emerge showing what truly lights you up. Alright, we can delete all of this big blooper, right? After a week, patterns will emerge showing what truly lights you up. Second, find the profitable intersection. Identify which energizing activities solve real problems. Look for people already paying to solve these problems. Right? Package your solution in a way that stands out from alternatives. Third, start small but start now. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. Begin with side projects. Begin with side projects that test your market assumptions. Begin with side projects that test your market assumptions. Okay, so we can now remove this one, right, as well, with holding shift. Begin with side projects that test your market assumptions. Reinvest early profits into buying more of your freedom. The path to doing what you love isn't about dramatic leaps, it's about strategic. Alright, and I have a big gap here, so I guess this is the last one, right? The path to doing what you love isn't about dramatic leaps, it's about strategic steps that build a bridge between today's reality and tomorrow's possibilities. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. See you over there! You've been... Alright, so this is the last piece that we need to remove. And there we go. There's the final video, right? Like the final collection of scripts. And now I will use this Ripple Edit tool so we can basically remove all these gaps between clips, and they will be moved at the same time to the original position, like this, right? So I don't need to, like, if I use, for example, just a standard this tool, right, selection tool or razor tool, I can remove, and I need to fill this gap, right? Either moving this clip, but then all the other clips as well, or to shift it entirely like this. I can remove this gap here. But if I use this tool, right, Ripple Edit tool, I can do just that. Just edit, and it will automatically moves. It will be automatically moved towards the beginning. So that's very handy, I would say, right? And saves a ton of time.
You've been lied to.
So what I do here is just removing all these gaps with silence, right? There's nothing.
Your passion. Steve Jobs tells.
There's nothing I say during this moment. So
To India. He had safety nets. To India. He had safety nets.
There we go.
You don't have. But that doesn't mean energizes you. You just need a different approach. First.
Okay, I think I need one more cut here, right? And just to remove this gap as well, because it's too big.
Different approach. First, map your energy.
Maybe not too big though.
Different approach. First, map your energy.
Right.
Not your passion. Set a timer for every 50 of your workday. Write down what or drains you. After a week, pattern
Ready?
lights you up. Second, find the
Oh, this is too quick, right? So we definitely need to preserve some gaps in order to maintain the rhythm.
really lights you up. Second, find the
Yeah, that's way better. So do not overdo this, right? Because sometimes it becomes
profitable intersection. Identify which
it sounds unnatural, right? If you have like too small of a gaps.
intersection. Identify which energizing
Because we're still like breathing between words, right? And we need some room to breathe here.
intersection. Identify which
So try to find kind of like a middle ground, I would say.
real problems. Look for people already.
Yeah, like that. Not too long, but not too short as well, right? Something in between.
Solve these problems. Package your solution in a way
Like this, it should sound naturally.
alternatives. Third, start small.
Not like forced pace, right? But natural pace though, rather.
Start now. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow.
That's right.
Your job tomorrow. Begin with side projects.
It's a good one.
Market assumptions. Reinvest early
So, by the way, I don't look at the video right now. I'm just looking to the sound wave. So that's
of your freedom. The path to doing what
that's what I'm concerned about for now. The only thing I'm concerned about.
possibilities. I have an article in my news.
Other than that, I just don't care too much
Over there.
for now. And the final words. There we go. So 1 minute 10 seconds, right? And 40 milliseconds. That's it in terms of cutting, right? Now, what we want to do is to transcribe this text, right? Meanwhile, let's create adjustment layer, just like that, and place it on top of my video, right? I need to switch. Yeah, for some reason it works very slowly because of this transcription process, right? And now we need to go over the script once again and see. Hello, Aikizom. What's going on here? How's it going? Okay, let me put my script here. Yeah, I almost missed your message, but I can see it. No worries. Okay, let's start. Let's begin.
You've been lied to about following your passion.
Okay, let me add here quotes, right? Following your passion, like this.
Following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates
Its pronunciation.
Told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari bankrolled his spiritual quest to India. He had safety nets you don't have, but that doesn't mean you can't build a life around what energizes you. You just need a different approach. First, map your energy, not your passion. Set a timer for every 15 minutes of your workday. Write down what you're doing and if it energizes or drains you. After a week, patterns will emerge showing what truly lights you up. After a week, patterns will emerge showing what truly lights you up. Second, find the profitable intersection. Identify which energizing activities solve real problems. Look for people already paying to solve these problems. Package your solution in a way that stands out from alternatives. Third, start small but start now. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. Begin with side projects that test your market assumptions. Invest early profits into buying more of your freedom. The path to doing what you love isn't about dramatic leaps. It's about strategic.
Not lifts, but leaps, right? Leaps?
Dramatic leaps. It's about strategic steps that build a bridge between today's reality and tomorrow's possibilities. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. See you over there.
Okay, not bad, right? Not too much mistakes, I would say. So let's see. Now we create captions from that transcript, right? And I have my preset, which goes like this, right? With a single line, create captions. And now we should have our captions. There we go. So now I replace every comma and every dot with the empty space because I don't want them. Question marks, maybe no. I don't want them here. So now we can just select any of these, right? Go to Essential Graphics, Edit, then to this tool and set Extract Style. So I have the style, right? Which is basically a preset.
You just need a different approach. First, map your energy, not your.
We have our captions. And now the work begins with B-rolls, right? That's what we need here. So let's see. Let's go over the video one more time and let's see what we can place on top of the video, which is which we call B-rolls, right? So this is the A-roll and B-roll, which will be listed on top of that, right? So let's see.
You've been lied to about following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford. You've been lied to about following your passion.
Okay, let's try the thing. Okay, this is my X. We don't need this one, but we need pixels. There we go. So let's try to find something. Something. This is the passion fruit, right? Not too... Not like love passion, right? Not passion fruit, but... hobby, let's say, or something. What is that? This may be a passion, but... Okay, next point is about Steve Jobs, right? Do we have Steve Jobs here by chance? I don't think so, right? Let's try to find this, right? Steve Jobs Stanford speech. Steve Jobs Stanford University commencement speech. I'm honored to be with you, I tell you. Okay, let's save this one, right? And let's see. Okay, let's see if we can use this thing here, if it will be appropriate. So now I have this PDF file, right? And what I need to do is to just export it to images, right? Like PNG images, best quality possible, I would say. There we go. And there will be 7 images. Why is it taking so long though? Wait, what? Come on. I'm not waiting this long. Let's do JPEG though. Yeah, it's not gonna work this way. Why is it taking so long? What the heck is this? I mean, it's 163 kilobytes of... Wow, what the heck? Okay, can I export this from here? Hmm, so weird. So weird. Okay, let's do maybe different way. Yeah, for some reason it just takes so long to do that. How do I make a screenshot of this? Something like this. Selection as Word. No, can I take a snapshot? What the heck is this? Baseline. Okay, let's try one more time. Yep. Now we're talking. Oh, finally. That was a bit weird, not gonna lie. So let's see. Let me place these pictures in my library. Jobs. Speech. Right, and it's here. Page number 1 is this one.
Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates.
Okay, like 60%. 65%. Okay, since we have like some gaps here, right? I want to add a new layer here, right? With just a rectangle, just like that. This graphic, and place it this way. Okay, and fill it with white color and place it underneath, right? So now we have basically this speech like that, right?
Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that.
So now we fix the scale and we fix the position here, right?
Steve Jobs west to India. He had conveniently.
Okay, let's try one more thing, right? India trip. Do I have something like video or something? This is from movie, right? This is from the movie. This is not real. Yeah. Oh, wait. Nothing interesting here, right? But I don't know. India, do we have something? Travel through India. Where is it? Um, yeah, okay. Let's make a screenshot of this page. Full size screenshot. Hello. What's going on? What's going on today, guys? Why is everything is lagging so much? What the hell is this? What the hell? Or is it just blocked from making screenshots for some reason? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's do it manually though. Pre-able. Something like this should do it, right? Let's see. I don't need anything fancy here, just a screenshot of this, right? So I can place it right here.
Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari forgetting to mention that Atari.
And there goes our image with the about India, right? This. Okay, on position. So let's see. Now we have the first position for this thing, right? And we want to scale it up. Like this.
Atari bankrolled his.
And there goes our India trip, right? We've traveled to India like this. There we go. So let's see.
Following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari bankrolled his spiritual quest to India. He had safety nets you don't have. But that doesn't mean you can't build a life around what energizes you.
What energizes you? Okay, so here we need something like this, I would say. Right, this is kind of like the starving classic starving artist picture, right?
But that doesn't mean you can't build a life around what energizes you. You just need a different approach. First, map your energy.
Map your
First, map your energy, not your passion. Set a timer for
map your energy. Okay, let's try to find maybe something about energy, if we can, right? Energy. Not the literal one, of course. Yeah. Maybe we can find tired person or something. Let's see. Like this one, right? For example. Let's see. go.
First, map your energy.
Not your passion.
Not your passion. Set a timer for every 15 minutes of your work.
Okay, this is about Pomodoro technique, right? Pomodoro. It's like 25 minutes, but I guess this is... No, it's not that, right? Okay. Okay, let's go with just simple timer, right? This one is cool, right? It's old school. Go. Set a timer.
Set a timer for every 15 minutes of your workday. Write down what you are doing and if it energizes or drains you.
So this goes down to writing, right? So I guess we can use something from writing. Like this one.
Write down what you are doing and if it energizes
or drains you.
or drains you. After a week, patterns will emerge showing what truly lights you up. Second, find the profitable intersection.
Okay, and now it's about profit, right? And a business, I guess. Find the profitable intersection. Let's see.
Second, find the profitable intersection. Identify which energizing activities solve. Second, find the profitable intersection.
So I want to use this analogy with business, right? Because it's essentially about business, about starting something profitable for you. So it will start here and we'll finish it here.
You up. Second, find the profitable intersection. Identify which energizing activities solve real problems. Look for people already paying to solve these problems.
Okay, this is about market research, right? But maybe about negotiation or something, right? So we can simply show that people are looking for something. Let's see. Payment. Oops. People are already paying for this, right? So okay, let's use just a simple one, right? Like this one, just showing the payment process. Go. Let's place it right here.
Look for people already paying to solve this problem.
But
Package your solution in a way that stands out from alternatives. Third, start small but start now. You
start small, but start now. That's let's put something like this, right? It's about content creation.
Third,
Basically.
start
Like
small
this.
but start now. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. Begin with side projects that test your market assumptions.
Side project that tests your market assumptions. Okay, something like this could be nice as well.
Begin with side projects that test your market assumptions. Reinvest early profits into buying more of your freedom. The path to doing what you love isn't about dramatic leaps. It's about strategic steps that early profits into buying more of your freedom. The path to
Your freedom. Okay, so
doing what you love isn't about dramatic leaps. Reinvest early profits into buying more of your freedom.
okay, do I have something about investments or investing? Investing. Yo. What's going on with the internet today? Why is this always Bitcoin? Oh my god. Okay, something like this.
Reinvest early profits into buying more of your freedom. The path to doing what you love isn't about dramatic leaps. It's about strategic steps that build a bridge between today's reality and tomorrow's possibilities. I have an article in my...
Okay, now we need my article, right? So this is... Okay, let me find this. It's on my Substack. There we go. So this is about Ikigai, right? So let's try to find Ikigai blueprint. There we go. Like that, and let's make a screenshot. And this time for real, right? Full screenshot. This should work. Yeah, I guess Wikipedia somehow protected from making this type of screenshots of their pages, but Substack article I definitely can make screenshots of, right? 140, even 160, right? 180. There we go. This is position number 1.
I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well.
Pays you well, right? And this is the position number 2. Let's do 2. Yeah, to here, for example. Now let's create this interpolation at the beginning or at the end of the animation, right? We need this moving animation like this. That should do it.
I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. See you over there!
Alright, so that's it in terms of B-rolls, right? Now what we need to do, let's save the project first of all. Now let's go to Audio Mixer, right? And let's have a quick peek on the sound, on the levels.
You've been lied to about following your passion. Steve
Minus 20, okay, I see. We do denoise for sure, 10% and 3 decibels gain. here, then we go and cut high frequencies, right? Then we go and set equalizer on vocal enhancer. That's what we do next.
Jobs tells Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari bankrolled his spiritual quest to India. He had safety nets you don't have. But that doesn't mean you can't build a life around what energizes you. You just need a different approach. First, map your...
Okay, and finally hard limiter, where we can limit our true peak like this, right? And let's see.
You've been lied to about following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari bankrolled his spiritual quest to India. He had safety nets you don't have.
Okay, we have like 2 more decibels, right? Here and there, so let's increase this one. And this one here, so that should do it.
You've been lied to about following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently...
Okay, that's better, right? Minus 14, that's exactly what we need for YouTube as a standard. And now, let's add a music track. We need some music. Scale the wall, let's use this track. By the way, I need to maybe find another one on YouTube, because it's been quite a while since I used this for the first time. It's a good one, but still, right? It's kind of like you want something new.
You've been lied to about following your passion. Steve Jobs told Stanford graduates to do what you love while conveniently forgetting to mention that Atari bankrolled his spiritual quest to India. He had safety nets you don't have. But that doesn't mean you can't build a life around what energizes you.
Okay, and the last thing we do is we go to Lumetri Scopes and go to Lumetri Color here, right? And let's try to do something about the lighting and coloring, like that. There we go.
You just need a different approach.
Okay, I think we need to make it a little bit lighter, like this.
First,
I hope it won't
showing what true will
it won't fuck up the background, because it's pure black, right? So sometimes it just does very poorly in terms of highlighting the background. And this is it.
emerge showing
This is it. That's, we don't need to do anything else here except starting the new one. So now the next step is basically exporting this video, right? So now we can close this one and create the new one, which exactly what I'm gonna do here. New project. Let's remove this filter here. Let's, you don't find your passion. There we go. Create. And give me a second. I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back, guys. Alrighty, let's go. I'm back. I'm back here. And let's see. What do we have? Again, create new sequence, right? The same thing, the same settings. Let's place this. Oh, this is a long one. 3 minutes. Oh, really? So, alright. Let me unlink this first. Remove this one. Link this back together. Now I want to cut this tail here. These things here, right? And let's see. 178. Yeah. I guess this will be a bunch of cutting, right? So let's see.
You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one during his lifetime. His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued. His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued.
Okay, so this take is better, right? We'll leave this one.
His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued. Today his paintings sell for millions. The difference between Van Gogh and modern successful creatives is strategy. Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for.
I think I even have some materials about
Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for. Jiro Ono elevated the love of making sushi to an art form. Worthy of 3 Michelin stars and $300+ meals.
I think that's Hiro Ono, but not Jiro.
Jiro Ono elevated the love of... They all found the intersection of what they loved, what they excelled at, what other people... They all found the intersection...
Okay, let's remove this part.
They all found the intersection of what they loved, what they excelled at, what others needed, what people would pay for. That's your ikigai, your reason for being... That's your ikigai, your reason for being that also... That's your ikigai, your reason for being that also pays the bills.
Okay, cool.
That's your ikigai, your reason for being that also pays the bills. But here's what they don't tell you. Even when you find this perfect intersection, parts of it will still feel like work. Jiro still deals with suppliers and taxation. Parts of it will still feel like work. Jiro still deals with suppliers and taxes. Marie still handles marketing and business operations. Successful artists still manage clients and deadlines. The difference is that these tasks serve... The difference is these tasks serve a purpose that energizes you rather than depletes you. The difference is these tasks serve a... The difference is...
Okay, I did a retake, right?
The difference is...
Oh my god.
The difference is that these tasks serve a purpose that energizes you rather than depletes you.
Finally. There we go.
The difference is that these tasks serve a purpose that energizes you rather than depletes you. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. See you over there!
Okay, 1 minute,
you don't find
seconds, right? For now, I guess we will remove a couple of seconds. further, right? So let's do it.
You don't find your
Let's again go over the video and
build it. The starving artist
let's see what we can
you build it. The starving artist
remove in terms of gaps here, right? Just a silence. Gaps.
ever could. Van Gogh created
Go.
his lifetime. His genius went
It's unrecognized.
valued. Today he's paid for millions. The difference between Van
Alright, so this is the example of when we need to shrink it a little bit further, right? Because of my...
for millions. The difference between Van Gogh and
because of the rhythm, right? So sometimes we need to save more space between cuts, between clips, right?
strategy. Marie Kondo turned into
Between phrases, sometimes we need to shrink it, so... It's kind of like you have to listen to the voice, right?
would pay for. Jiro Ono elevated
It's Hero. I'm pretty sure you pronounce it as Hero, not Jiro.
for meals. They all
Hero Ono.
$6 meals. They all found they would pay for. That's your ikigai. Your reason for being that also pays the bills.
Also pays the bills. That's the ideal situation, right, guys?
The bills. But here's what they
You do what you love, that pays your bills. That's a blessing.
don't tell you. Even when you
That's a blessing. I wish you all to find your
feel
ikigai,
like work,
guys.
Jiro still deals with
That would be nice.
suppliers and taxes. Marie still handles marketing business operations. Successful artists and deadlines. The difference is that
Right?
please you. I have an article in my newsletter there.
Okay, even more than almost 5 seconds, right? Look at this. 1:15. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, let's go over transcription and let's transcribe this guy, right? Again, create adjustment. Let's create adjustment layer, place it on top here. Let's spread it across all the video. And now we need to go over the script one more time and let's see if we need to fix this text.
You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one during his lifetime. His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued. Today,
What people valued, right? Valued. Like this.
people valued. Today, his paintings sell for millions.
Sell 4 millions.
For millions. The difference between
The difference. I guess we can add one frame here. Let's see. Yeah.
The difference between millions. The difference between
Yeah, and still we need to remove 2 frames from here.
millions. The difference between
That's better.
Van Gogh and modern successful creatives is strategy. Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology.
A methodology.
Methodology people would pay for. Jiro Ono elevated.
Okay, so this is.
Elevated the love of making sushi to an art form worthy of 3 Michelin stars and $300+ meals.
$300+ meals.
Meals. They all found the intersection of what they loved, what they excelled at, what others needed, what people would pay for. That's your ikigai, your reason for being that also pays the bills. But here's what they don't tell you. Even when you find this perfect intersection, parts of it will still feel like work.
Genius.
Jiro still deals with suppliers and taxes. Marie still handles marketing and business operations. Successful artists still manage clients and deadlines. The difference is that these tasks serve a purpose that energizes you rather than depletes you. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. See you over there.
Okay, not bad for automatic transcription, right? Hello, Herman Craft. In your preview, what are those rules for? Oh, rulers. Excuse me. These rulers. It's kind of like for a safety area, right? Because when you upload this video on YouTube or on TikTok, they have this buttons here and here, right? Some text. I guess the title goes here, and this is basically just gives you an idea where those things are. And I'm trying to place the visual stuff that is important inside those frames. So does this make sense? Something like that. But it's not accurate because it's a standard rulers from Premiere Pro. So you will see. So now we will create captions from this transcript, right? And I will show you because we need to shift captions a little bit higher than those rulers. It's very sad not many views on your vids or live. That's okay. I guess that's the beginner's hell, right? That's totally okay. I'm totally fine with that. I mean, I will be there. That's... I'm only at the beginning, you know? Okay, so now we have our captions, right? And we go to Essential Graphics, to Edit, and go here and set this as track style. So you can see, previously I used this one as track style, like this, right? So just above the rulers. But when I watched my videos on I guess on YouTube Shorts, they have the title right here. So it kind of like mixing it. So I just changed it to this position. So now it's cleaner. and there's no overlap with title and with all the text underneath. So that works better, but this still gives me an idea of how to position the main content here and there. So I hope this makes sense. Let's see. So I've seen a bunch of this stuff, right, that I want to separate. You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving you build it, for example, right? You build it. Let's do it this way, right? We can wait. I need this tool here. And let's see. Let's remove it from here. Find your passion. Let's do this. Let's split this into two, right? I want to remove passion from here and find your from here. So let's see. You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist again. Starving artist. The starving artist. Let's split it. Starving artist. Let's remove artist from here and starving from here. The starving artist narrative has Let's cut this here. Oh, for some reason there's a lot of double lines here. Look at this. This narrative has destroyed. I don't know why though. This narrative has destroyed more creative characters. Look at this. 4 freaking lanes. Wait, I think I made a mistake, right? Wait a second. That's a mistake. Let's undo all that. So yeah, lines. I supposed to switch it to single line, right? So that was the mistake here. Look at this. That's exactly the difference, right? When it's double, it's just double lining everywhere, and with this setting, we can create captions with just single line, and we don't need to. Yeah, look at this. Now we're talking, right? Replace all. Replace all, so I remove all the dots and commas here. Again, let's set this as track style. There we go. There we go, that's better. You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one. Okay. You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving... Okay, that's it. That's it with captions, right? And now let's go and add some... First of all, let's save the project. Now let's... You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. So, I have this video with starving artist, right? But kind of like want to make something different here, so maybe let's try to find another footage. Artist. Let's see. Like this one, for example. It doesn't look like starving though. Artist, right? But this one. This one. Camera movement is a little bit wonky. Oh, this one is good, right? This one is very illustrative. Alright, yeah. Let's go and use this one. Okay, I got like 2 more footages, which is good. Right, now we can place this one here. There we go.
The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Van Gogh created over 2,000 during his lifetime. His genius went unrecognized because...
Okay, Van Gogh. Can we find something? Van Gogh. Van Gogh Museum. Do you have something for Van Gogh Museum? By the way, I visited the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. This was very cool. This is a good one. Highly recommend to visit if you have a chance. What can we use about Van Gogh though? Vincent Van Gogh. Something from Vicky, maybe? Over 100 years. So can I use this in my video or not? The photographic reproduction is therefore also considered to be in public domain. Remove the black lines at the bottom of mention public work without a public domain. So I'm not sure. Yeah, this one. This museum. This one I visited. This is very cool. Okay, you're free to share. Yeah, okay. But this one I can use, right? So let's use this one though. Sam. All right, let's save this one. Let's see. How can we use it? So it's already 150. It's a little bit tricky, but okay, let's do it this way, right? So this is the position number 1. We fix it here.
Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one during his
lifetime.
His genius went unrecognized. Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one during his lifetime. His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued. Today, his paintings sell for millions. The difference.
Okay, so now can we find auction? Wait. Wait a second. Uh, what's how is this auction? What? I want to find something about auctions. Okay, maybe I don't know, paintings, right? Oops. Paintings. Uh, let's see. No, maybe art gallery. Yeah, something like this, right? So
Today, his paintings sell
4 millions.
for millions. The difference between Van Gogh and modern successful creatives is strategy. Marie Kondo.
Okay, let's see if I can find something about Marie Kondo. I think I've used some of materials about her in my previous videos, but I'm not sure. Marie. Oh no, it was about Marie Forleo, not Kondo. Okay. Okay. So something about her. Marie Kondo. Okay, let's find out. I think I did. Marie. Yeah, that's her. Um. Okay, let's make a screenshot of this website. I guess this is. This is more relevant, right? Full size screenshots again. There we go. I hope this will be. Yeah, this worked very well. So now we can use it. There we go. I don't see top border here. There we go. So this is position number 1, right? And
Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for. Jiro Ono.
So next one about Hero, not Jiro, of course. Ono, but and BBC. Okay. Let's see.
Is strategy. Marie Kondo turned interest of.
Oh no. That's way too fast, right? Way too fast.
Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for.
In fact, let's do it in reverse way, right? Let's remove this one. Let's start from here. Okay, and finish here.
Strategy. Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for.
And now Hiro Ono. Sushi chef. So Hero Dreams. This title currently isn't available to watch in your country. What? What? Why the hell they banned Hero Dreams of Sushi in Thailand? What the heck is this? Is this real, by the way? Is this account real? I'm not sure. Website. Hero. There we go. This one is better, right? About Hero's commitment. $1965. It was oh my god. This is the real OG, right? So cool. This is very cool. Full size screenshot. We'll just wait until. Yeah, I want this image here. With black sushi. Sushi on the black background. There we go. So again, we have this news, right? That's not very interesting for us, but this one, scale and position, fix it here.
Jiro Ono elevated the love of making sushi to an art form worthy of 3 Michelin stars and $300+ meal.
Right, and now let's increase the scale here like this, right? And let's go over here like this. That should do it.
Strategy. Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for. Jiro Ono elevated the love of making sushi to an art form worthy of 3 Michelin stars and $300+ meal. They all
like that.
They all found the intersection of what they loved, what they excelled at, what others needed, what people would pay for.
Okay, here's, I guess, the place when you can show this ikigai concept, right? So let me find this one. Ikigai. Not this one though. Okay, something's going on here. Let's see.
They all found the intersection of what they loved,
What they loved. Okay, scale and position, and
on the intersection.
So, let's add blurriness effect here. Got some blur here, right? And let's do it this way. Blurriness 0 here.
Off.
And 80 here.
They all found the intersection of what they loved what they excelled at, what others needed, what people would pay for.
Okay, and this one we will increase the scale just a little bit, right? Just like that.
They all found the intersection of what they loved, what they excelled at, what others needed, what people would pay for. That's your ikigai, your reason for being that also pays the bills. But here's what they don't tell you.
Here's what they don't tell you. And there goes my artist again, my new artist. Let's use this one.
But here's what they don't tell you. Even when you find this perfect intersection, parts of it will still feel like work. Jira still deals with suppliers and taxes.
Suppliers and taxes, right? So let's see, like delivery, delivery. Oh my god, why is this still? I think that I'm switching, but apparently I do not. Delivery. Transport, maybe. Yeah, let's use it with this category.
Jira still deals with suppliers and taxes. Marie still handles marketing and business operations.
Marketing and business operations, right? Business operations, so let's see. Let's do something.
Marketing and business operations. Successful artists still manage clients and deadlines. The difference is that these tasks
Successful artists, right? Again, let's find. With deadlines. Okay, let's find some professional, maybe artists here, right? this one. Which one is struggling, right? That's the question here. What is that? What is that? Okay, let's use this one. Okay. Artists still manage clients and deadlines. The difference is that these tasks serve a purpose that energizes you rather than depletes you. I have an article. And there goes my article again. Ikigai blueprints. There we go. It's 180 here, right? 180 here. Hero Dreams of Sushi. There we go. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. That pays you well. Marie Kondo, by the way. Okay, let's finish this here, right? Is in and is out. There we go. Like this. That should do it. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. See you over there. See you over there. Okay. Now let's work. Next step is working with audio, right? That's what we need here. So basically, since I know that this is the same recording session as the previous one, as the previous video, right? So I can just set the same settings without any worries, right? And I know I will be good here. So high pass filter here, then no, not you, but equalizer, vocal enhancer and 4 decibels gain, then slight compression. Okay, and high pass filter. No. Hard limiter. There we go. Now let's see. You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one during his lifetime. His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued. Today he's painting... Okay, just 0.5 decibels, right? I guess we can increase it here. And this will you don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Yep. There we go, that's our target, right? And the music track. Music track. Scale the wall. There we go. Put it here. -20.
You don't find your passion, you build it. The starving artist
Wrong one.
This narrative has destroyed more creative careers than rejection ever could. Van Gogh created over 2,000 artworks but sold only one during his lifetime. His genius went unrecognized because he never learned to connect his passion with what people valued. Today, his paintings sell for millions. The difference between Van Gogh and modern successful
Okay, that's it. So I have added a couple of transitions, right, onto my audio track, music track, and one to my video, which is deep to black, I guess. Should be. Deep to black, yeah. And now, let's work with the visuals a little bit, right? I just want to make sure that my image here is a little bit elevated, right? Just like that, by adding more depth to it.
creatives is
So
strategy. Marie Kondo turned interest of organizing into methodology people would pay for. Jiro Ono elevated the love of making sushi.
I don't like this. Would pay for. Let's split this captions here. 4. And maybe we connect these two together, right? Hiro Ono. Remove this one. There we go.
Jiro Ono elevated the love of making sushi to an art form worthy of 3 Michelin stars and $300+ meals. They all found the intersection. You don't find.
Okay, that's it. That's the second one for today, right? And that will be the last one. I don't think we will be able to finish it because we have just a short time window, but we'll see what we can do here. It's this one. The hard truth about doing what you love, nobody cares about your passion until it solves their problems. That's exactly right. Where's the video? Wait, what? This one. Import. Weird. Okay. Once again, sequence from my presets. Just like that. Let's place the video. What? 4 point... What? Oh my god. It took me so long to put this together. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see what's going on with the narrative here. 178. Okay, I guess this is the different one, the different recording session, right? That's my guess, at least. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because the audio is a little bit different here. The audio wave, so...
The hard truth about doing what you love.
Yeah. What was that?
Nobody cares about your passion until it solves their. The hard truth about doing what you love. Nobody cares about your passion until it solves their problems. According to Harvard Business Review, 9 out of 10 professionals would trade 23% of their lifetime earnings for more meaningful work. We all want purpose, but
Okay, let's remove this pause right away.
we all want purpose. But purpose without profit is just an expensive hobby. The secret lies in understanding these 4 principles. First, passion often follows success, not other way around. When you get good at something and see results, you naturally become more interested in it.
Yeah.
When you get good at something, way around.
Okay, where's the final cut?
When you get good at something and see results, you naturally become more interested in it.
Yep. So this one, let's remove.
When you get
else.
good at something and see results, you naturally become more interested in it. That's why Mark Cuban says, follow your effort, not your passion. Second, competence creates confidence, and confidence attracts opportunity. The better you get at providing value, the more free.
Right.
The better you get at providing value, the more freedom you earn to reshape that work around what energizes you. Third, meaning comes from mastery, not just enjoyment.
Okay.
Third, meaning comes from mastery, not just enjoyment. Deloitte found only 13% of workers are truly passionate. Deloitte found only 30% of workers are truly passionate about their jobs. The other 87% haven't found work that challenges them to
grow. Oh my god, what was wrong?
Deloitte found only 13% of workers are truly passionate about their jobs. The other 87% haven't found work that challenges them to grow.
Okay.
Deloitte found only challenges them to grow.
Oh, that's just a... Wow. The script is way longer than usual. Okay.
Finally, digital nomads understand this better than anyone. They don't
Okay.
Finally, digital nomads understand this better than anyone. They don't necessarily love their remote jobs. They love the freedom those jobs provide to live anywhere. They don't necessarily love their remote jobs. They love the freedom those jobs provide to live anywhere. Finally, digital nomads understand this better than anyone. They don't necessarily...
Okay, is this better?
Finally, digital nomads understand this better than anyone. They don't necessarily...
No, that's okay, right? So I don't need it.
They don't necessarily love their remote jobs. They love the freedom.
But the second part here...
They don't necessarily love their remote jobs. They love the freedom those jobs provide to live anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They've redesigned work to serve life, not the other way around.
Right?
They've redesigned work to serve life, not the other way around. Your path to doing what you love is actually... Your path to doing what you love is about strategically building skills and systems that find...
Okay, let's just find this...
Your path to doing what you love is about strategically building skills and systems that fund the life you actually want. I have an article in my newsletter. Your path to doing what you love is about strategically building skills and systems that fund the life you actually want. I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love. That pays you well. Oh my god. Your path to doing what you love is about strategically building skills and systems that fund the life you actually want. I have an article in my newsletter.
Okay, so this one or the last one is better? I'm not sure yet.
Your path to doing what you love is about strategically building skills and systems that fund the life you actually want.
I think this is better, right, than the last one. So I can use it.
I have an article.
And the last one about this article, I guess.
I have an article in my newsletter where you can find further reflections on the Ikigai blueprint and the process of finding work you love that pays you well. Okay, bye.
Yeah. That's definitely the different one. And now let's do the cutting, right? With more precision.
The hard truth about
Since this is the here in the beginning, I need to spare a couple of frames before, right? Because it always skips this when transcribe.
problems. According to Howard,
Well, transcription. So
there are problems. According to Harvard Business meaningful work. We all want meaningful work. We all want purpose.
yeah, that's true.
Expensive hobby. The secret lies in principles. First, passion
Is my profession. Hello, Kenan Jonathan Pele. Excuse me for mispronouncing your name. Yes, this is Premiere Pro. Adobe Premiere Pro.
the way around. When you get good at something,
Ken. That's right. What's going on, Ken? Are you editing your videos or something? You working with this?
more interested
Or
in
you
it.
prefer a different software for editing?
More interested in it. That's why Mark Cuban says
Mark Cuban. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
your passion. Second, competence.
I think I can remove this a little bit further, right? Let's do that.
Not your passion. Second, competence.
Competence over confidence, right?
That's opportunity. The better you get at providing
I'm doing in CapCut. It's hard for me to edit using Premiere Pro. Oh, okay. So for me, it's other way around because I started editing with Premiere Pro like years ago, and I kind of like feel it better, and I use another like other Adobe software, so I kind of like familiar with the interface, if it makes sense. So for me, it's easy here actually than in CapCut or some other programs. But yeah, I guess the main principles are still the same, right? Because it just all elevates from the one source. So
energizes you. Third, meaning
okay, we need to add some air here.
energizes you. Third, meaning comes.
Yeah, Premiere Pro is very good and very intuitive, I would say. Not like super intuitive in terms of interface, right? But still, it's very good quality and kind of like became a standard.
Energizes you. Third,
If it makes sense, because Adobe does really good job by developing all the software for creators. So
just enjoyment. Deloitte found
like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, right? It's kind of like market standards.
just them to grow. Finally, digital
So yep.
is better than anyone. They don't necessarily love their remote jobs.
Just a short pause here. Let's remove it as well.
Remote jobs. They love the freedom those jobs provide.
It's for me to do keyframing and masking. Yeah. I mean, they have a bunch of functions that you don't even like anticipate. Let's say like keyframing. Yeah, when I found out how it works and how easy you can keyframe something, right? Or for example, like to remove green screen from the background, right? So you need to mask everything, but here you can basically press just a couple of buttons, right? And you will be set, and this will do it automatically. And I know for a fact that so my version is 2024, and if you work with a modern version like 2026, 2025, they have AI functions as well that will generate background and will do it automatically using AI, like AI under the hood, right? So that's like mind-blowing stuff.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they've redesigned.
So now it's even more crazy than even before.
Other way around. Your path to doing what you love.
But here we are, still manually editing
You actually want. I have an article in
some stuff, right?
Bye. Okay, bye.
And this is the last words. Okay, this is a little bit longer than usually, right? This is almost 1.5 minutes long video, but that's all right. Okay, I will stop here, guys, and I will see you. I'm not sure if I will stream the continuation for this video, but we almost did like 2.5 videos today, right? It was good run for 2 hours. So I'll see you next time, and have a good day, have a great week, and yeah, please feel free to follow me across all my socials. It's YouTube, it's Twitch, it's X, that's where I stream my stuff, and I write and post a bunch, like every day at least once, on Telegram, Instagram, here YouTube. I don't post on Twitch, but yeah, I stream on Twitch. Also, it's Threads. What else? Like LinkedIn, X. So feel free to find me anywhere you want, anywhere you like, any social you use, basically. And I'll see you over there. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out.